Alright, so I decided on where I want my tree farm, and you all probably recognize this room. I have dug out a little staircase down here, and it leads into a 7 by 7 by 10 space, and this is where I'm going to be putting my tree farm. I've improved the circuitry for the tree farm. It is much smaller now. The tree is going to go in the center, so 1, 2, 3, here is where our tree is going to go, okay, and directly above that, of course, we are going to need the sand deployer and piston, so let's go ahead and take care of that. And I'd like for the piston to be, obviously the piston has to be on top because it's going to be pushing the sand down. And I want the deployer to be opposite the stairway. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of. The piston will go here, and the deployer will go there. And that's looking good. So next, it would be nice if we had grass or dirt for a surface to plant our tree, so let's take care of that with the Philosopher's Stone, which is awesome. Okay, so our tree is going to go here. Okay, we're going to need 2 deployers, one for saplings and one for bone meal, and I will figure out which of these is going to be for which later. And finally, we need something to break the wood, and that will be a breaker. So now I need to decide where I want to put my circuit. And I am thinking that I want to put it on a wall. I thought that might be kind of cool. And actually, I think it might be even cooler if we were to do this. That way we can see the front a little bit better. I think that might be kind of cool. So let's get this room a little bit better lit. And I think we probably have enough light for our tree to grow. Let's move these down here. Okay, and just for the sake of having everything, well, I think I might put my circuit here, okay, against the wall, because red power is just cool like that. So let's get our items that we need for this circuit out. Okay. Now, let's see. We might have to build it a little bit high, so let's see. We'll place the timer here. Okay, and I am going to need my screwdriver because I want it to be like that, I believe. Let's see. So this is wrong as well. There we go. I believe that's right. And then we're going to need a space and another timer, so we want to move this whole thing over. Let's try this again. Okay, so we'll put our timer here, and I believe we'll still have room. Let's try that. Okay, and let's see, there needs to be a space between these two, and let's see, that looks right. Okay, there's going to be red wire here going like that. This counter is going to be 11 because the new design is a little bit, with firing the deployers, it's a little bit odd, so they need to be 11 and 21 instead of 10 and 20. So that takes care of that. Okay, and then we want it so that as long as this is off, so we want a NOT gate here, and we want the input for that NOT gate to be that. Okay, and finally, let's see, our AND gate, which is going to go here, and that's going to go in that direction, and we don't need this input on the right here. Okay, so let's see. I believe I'm also going to need a multiplexer. So let's go take care of that, and I can show you the recipe while I'm at it. Or actually, I don't need a multiplexer. I need a buffer. I don't know why I was thinking I needed a multiplexer. That is completely wrong. Let's see, a multiplexer and buffer. Okay. So our buffer doesn't look too difficult. Let's see, this will be here. And I've already forgotten it. That's awesome. Ah, right. Wow, it looks like I am out of those. So let's grab some of these and make some more. Ah. Okay, here's a buffer. Let's head down, and actually I probably need, yes, let's grab some green insulated and some white insulated and some orange. Why not? Okay. I don't think I'm actually going to need that pulse former anymore. Okay, so our buffer's going to go here, except it's going to face this direction. And what this is going to do is we need to reset our counters when the whole process is done. And in addition, when the process is done, this buffer is also going to restart the entire thing. Okay, our timer is going to be set to 1 second. Can probably go a little lower than that, but I'm okay with 1 second. So, let's see. This looks nice, and there's one other thing I need, which is some bundled cable. And the recipe is as follows. That's not even remotely enough. And I only have 12 of all of this. What's the easiest to make? I guess white will be the easiest to make. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a whole bunch of bundled cable, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've got my bundled cable, and we are going to replace this with white insulated red wire. Okay, and also we are going to be running a wire around this way. So we are going to replace this with, we'll do the, let's see, what is this? This is going to be green. Let's do green up here. Okay, and then the final one is orange, which is here. And our orange is going to be right here. Alright, and now we run our bundled cable. Okay, and that just goes like so. Alright, and that connects all of our colored cables. So now this just runs to here, all right? And we need the green over here. So we might be able to just do this. Ah, wouldn't that have been nice? Well, that's okay. We'll put the green here and let's see. What's the best way to do this? I guess here. No, I can do it here still, I think. Yes. Okay. That's perfect. Okay, and our repeater's going to go here. 3 ticks. And I believe that means this is going to have to be saplings. And this is going to be bone meal in here. Bone meal right there. Bone meal is going to go in there. Okay. And our breaker is going to be this white cable here. Alright, because we want that to go off 20 times, and that is attached to our timer. And this is going to make this go off 21 times actually, but only 20 of it will do anything useful. So we need our white insulated. Let's see. To go here. And we'll need to cut this off because we don't want it powering our deployer. So that's what these cobblestone panel strips are for. Okay. And that takes care of that. And finally, we need both of these to be powered by the orange. Okay, so to do that, we will need to get the bundle cable up there. Okay. And technically, we don't have to... This bundle cable is frustrating to make. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run the orange cable right here and then just run regular red wire up there because that's way cheaper. Okay, let's see. Alright, so let's see. What's the best way of doing this? Okay, this is... Let's see, our deployer is here, and I think the best way is going to be... And I've just noticed another problem, but I don't think it's going to be a major issue. Yes, we should be okay. Alright, so I'm going to break all of this here and try to get up there. Because I would like for this to go right here. Okay, so I believe that that will probably activate both. I am not completely certain. So this deployer is going to hold our sand. And sand shouldn't really be a problem. Okay, we'll put 64 in there. And the piston will fire after at the same time that the sand deploys, pushing it down. Okay, so the one problem I do have with this is that it leaves a hole in our ceiling. It's a little bit annoying. But I might not mind. We'll take a look at it. Okay, so first things first, we need plenty of saplings and bone meal. Okay, so let's go ahead and get lots of saplings. Lots and lots. Alright, so I think that could work. And the saplings are going to have to go here. And the bone meal, let's see, what can we use? No, looks like we'll just have to do this. Actually, there we go. Very nice. So the bone meal will go right here. And let's see, is that it? I think we may need to bone meal our first sapling manually. Okay, it looks very nice. Now we need to just fire the system off. And to do that, you just need a lever. You only have to do this once. And as you can see, it is completely failing. And it is almost definitely because of our deployer. Looks like this part is working. And so let's halt our timer here and figure out what's going on. This is not finalized, obviously. Everything's going to go all over the place. But that's the next step. So let me figure this out and I'll be right back. Okay, I believe I've figured out what's wrong. I accidentally had the red wire up there cut off. So there's actually two sections of the ceiling that are going to remain open for now. One of those I could just cover up with a microblock. So I'm not too worried about that one. The other one's going to be a little bit annoying, but I could probably find some way to cover it up. And to be honest, I'm not really that concerned about it for now anyway. So let's get this going again. And oh, something's going on up there. My timer isn't deploying though. I think I need to do this. There we go. So far, this is working excellently. Oh, okay, so that was a problem. It looks like it deployed the sapling. Maybe these are backwards. No, something else is going on. Okay, it looks like this is probably going to work now. What I've changed is I set this repeater to just one tick. So now, if I had some sand in my deployer, this whole thing would work. So the solution to that, which may be obvious to some of you, is that we need to get our sand that we are breaking back up into our deployer. So to do that, we are going to need some tubes, and we're also going to need a filter. I am going to want we want the wood to go. We're going to do something special with the wood actually, because normally you would need transposers to make this whole system automated, excepting the bone meal, which you would have to provide yourself. But we have equivalent exchange, so that shouldn't be a problem for us. And in fact, I'm going to set something up to make this entire system completely automated using equivalent exchange. So we're going to do something special with that. I do need at least one filter. I believe I'm going to need probably 4. So I'm going to run and make some filters, and I will be back. Okay, I got some filters and a chest. I placed my chest down here. It's just empty for now. And we're going to want the wood to go into that chest for now. We will be changing this later. And so place one wood here. We'll get this going on here. Okay, and then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then an inventory. And our deployer is significantly higher than that, so everything but the wood should go right over here into our deployer. Okay, and let's run over here. There we go. Alright, so now we should be able to go up there and place our sand back in our deployer, figure out the best way up there. I'm thinking it's right here. Okay, place our sand in here. Okay, and hit this. Now, for some reason, the wood doesn't seem to be escaping the system. Okay, I believe that this is related to the timing on the breaker and the piston up there pushing all these leaves, pushing down the sand, which in turn is pushing down the wood. So what I'm going to do to solve this problem, I'm going to come up here, hopefully not get killed by spiders, and we are going to replace that with a repeater, if I can. Okay, I might have to do it a little bit differently. Okay, we'll put our repeater here, and let's set that to 1 tick, just for the heck of it. Hey now, it's not okay. We don't really need violence, alright? No violence. Alright, you can just watch. Okay, so let's break this out as well. And okay, it's a little convoluted up here, and I could have probably done it a much better way. In fact, I know I could have, because I've done it before. But this should work, and that's what I care about. So let's reset the entire contraption. Where are we in this process? Is there any sand up there? Yes, which means we can't reset it completely. That's okay. We can now replace this filter. And we're going to want to get that back into that deployer. I've managed to forget about that, so I got to go back up there again. And let's see. Put that in there, and we should be good. So let's start this whole thing up again. And of course, the wood is going the wrong way because I have placed my filter in the wrong direction. There we go. Okay. So let's get this in here. Take this out. Everything should be working great now. The only problem is going to be now there's wood in that deployer, which is not okay. Let's get that stuff out. And now I'm happy. Okay, so here we go. Automatic tree farm. Plenty of bone meal and saplings. And we can stand over here. I'm thinking I'm going to take down this. Put in some glass here so that we can watch it go. I think that'll be pretty cool. And we can put, whoops, some torches down over here. And you can see we already have 27. So it's working pretty well. I am going to post a tutorial on this. And next episode, we're going to make it so that it can run continuously, automatically, without having to restock, using equivalent exchange and Red Power 2 stuff. But for the time being, this entire system is Red Power 2 only. You do not need any other mods to make this work. You do have to keep your saplings and bone meal stocked. The bone meal, you can just get bone meal from a skeleton spawner. Turn your bones into bone meal, stick them in there. And if you wanted to not worry about your saplings, you could run a green insulated red wire underground to transposers, probably here, where this lever is, and here. And that would make it so that after each time this operation runs, the transposers will try to suck up anything on the ground nearby, and that should get the majority of your saplings, and then just have those leading into your sapling deployer. And then you don't have to worry about saplings. The only thing you have to worry about is bone meal, and bone meal is fairly easy to come by if you have a skeleton spawner. So that is the automatic tree farm, using nothing but Red Power 2. And as you can see, it is definitely reliable, and it runs at a pretty decent pace. I'm going to go ahead and make that tutorial now, so if you'd like to come and give me a chat sometime, please feel free to join me in the chat and my description, and thanks for watching.